I guess the obvious place to start is kind of the support from the fans who are devoted to this series.
Yeah.
I watched it with a crowd of clearly Divergent fans.
Did you watch it last night?
And yeah, and they flipped for it. So when you're kind of have this series in this world that they are so passionate about, what Veronica Roth created, is it overwhelming to kind of see the outpouring of support that kind of gathers for it?
I mean, I think it's humbling, and yeah, it is a little different from our everyday life, but I think just that they're having this reaction to something we cared about so much a year ago, and to kind of, I mean, we both show up and be like, there's more than 10 people there? So it's, to see this sort of reaction has been really a humbling experience.
It's certainly one of the first things I've done where there is a guaranteed amount of people who are interested in it and who could potentially come see the film. So that's, it's just exciting to know that people will see it and see this story and hopefully enjoy it, because, and that gets me really excited that the people around the world watching this film.
One of the kind of big themes of the film is obviously conformity and kind of raging against the machine and fighting against the system.
Yeah.
I think as a society we've kind of moved into this place where we almost demonize people who are different.
Yeah.
Why do you think that is that we? I mean, everybody has their own personal feelings, but why are we so afraid of what is different, and at least in this case, find them to be dangerous to kind of the calm of the world?
Yeah, it seems like the unknown is sort of difficult for people to understand.
Yeah.
Like, I was sort of shy and quiet in high school, and it was like people are like, what's he thinking about? What's he doing? Why isn't he talking? And it's like, I think it's just sort of that you're not like expressing to everyone how you feel every 10 seconds. It's sort of, it's a little...
I think that people, a big message of this film is to embrace your own identity and your own uniqueness and what makes you special. For me, I wore this shirt today and people have bullied me for it. Christian's given me a lot of stick for it. And I'm just saying, I'm my own person, I've got my own style, and let me be myself. But he's putting me down, he's criticizing me, and it's...
But it's out of love. He's doing it out of love.
I'm out of love.
There's a lot of tension in this room, let me tell you, I'm not going to lie.
I'm trying to promote, he's doing a BBC version of Ace Ventura. I'm trying to help him promote it. He's a little nervous about it.
Yeah, so I'm just trying to get into character. It's my next role. I'm doing the remake of Ace Ventura, and so I'm just trying to...
And he's in character right now.
The vibe, so.
Do you have a Jim Carrey type of
version?
If you're gonna do it,
your mask impression.
Do it too much. I can't.
I'll do the apartment manager.
The what?
The scene where he comes back and he's the mask spinning around the apartment manager.
I loved The Mask as a kid, but I could not do an impression right now. It would be too
You
much.
brought it up.
I brought the shirt up. I didn't bring Ace Ventura up or Jim Carrey or The Mask. I'm
got
gonna
a
be
great Bruce Almighty. Come here, do it.
It's more Bruce Almighty meets
Man on the Moon.
Man on the Moon,
sort of.
Meets Kick-Ass 2.
It's just a mesh of
various
Jim Carrey.
like,
and then he does a great Bruce Dern, doing Jim Carrey doing Bruce Dern.
Yeah, and then I got a good Jenny McCarthy as well. But
well, let me ask you to take it just a little bit more serious. Is that Will and Al kind of represent these two incredibly emotional beats for Triss's journey, and kind of this realization that there are real stakes to what's going on. When you approach these moments, obviously, there's a lot of pressure in terms of delivering it for the fans. But how do you then make sure that you capture it, for yourself as an actor, but also for what the project means? Do you go to the book? Do you rely on the script?
I think.
How do you take it?
Yeah, I think for me at least, I related a lot with Al, so I had to pull sort of a lot of personal stuff from that, and obviously some things from high school where the girl rejected me and always this. And it's obviously higher stakes in this, but I think just, my sort of emotional scene was when Al says he's trying to say sorry to Triss, and or attempting as hard as he could, and sort of in between that scene, Neil was sort of everything I've ever wanted any director to be, which was sort of hands-on and in there in the scene. He wasn't behind the monitor type of thing. He was really sort of felt protective with us. And I mean, sort of his trajectory is interesting because it helps, obviously, Triss, Shailene Woodley's character, have more sort of color to her progression into becoming, Divergent.
Yeah, I think focusing on the script and the book and just, using all that text and all that meat of a character, and Neil was completely approachable about talking to him about stuff. And I guess for me it was just about trying to be in that moment of each day when we were filming a scene. If it was a particularly difficult scene for Will, just trying to put myself in that world and think about what's going through his head at that time.